All right, so if you've seen any of my recent Star Wars videos, you'll know that my optimism has been shaken, to say the least. Part of me wants to say that it's completely gone, but another half of me is like, it's Star Wars. I'm gonna watch it. I love Star Wars. I want to give this show its fair shot, as I do with all of the shows. If it's bad, I'm gonna call it bad. If it's good, I'm gonna call it good. But the concerning factor with all of this is we're hearing internally at Lucasfilm, they're not very happy with this series. And at this point, I don't even know what that means, because we have gotten some real stinkers over the last couple of years, and they haven't said squat about that, or at least we haven't heard that they've said any of that kind of stuff internally. This is the first real thing that I can think of that we're hearing they're not happy with it. So with that said, I'm going to give this trailer its fair chance. I'm going to give this show its fair chance. I'm going to call balls and strikes, going to be completely honest with you guys with my thoughts relating to this show in general. I honestly really like the premise to this show. Some people were saying it's like Goonies in space with these kids, and then we have an ex-Jedi who's kind of leading them through their adventure, and then we have the pirates from Mando Season 3 who are going to be the antagonists of this show. So it could be interesting, it could be fun, but we're also coming off of one of the most exhausting experiences I've ever had as a Star Wars fan. Think what you will about The Acolyte, you can love it, you can hate it, but you have to admit the discourse around that and just the whole 8 weeks that we were going through that, or 7 weeks, whatever it was so exhausting, and I'm just kind of fed up with it. So it'll be interesting to see what the internet has to say about this trailer. I'm going to listen to myself, form my own thoughts. I suggest you guys do the same. Before we get into this though, do me a favor. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, turning on post notifications, whatever you want to do to support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I will have reactions out for this show in December when it releases, so stay tuned for those. Without further ado, I'm excited to check this out. Kind of, I guess. So let's go.
Tomorrow's test will set the course of your entire future.
Oh, this is very Amblin-esque.
Don't you ever want to do anything exciting? Like what? What if we could go anywhere we want in the whole galaxy? A real adventure. No more pretend. I found something buried in the woods. What do you think it is?
I'm getting heavy E.T. vibes from this.
Hello? Be careful where you step. We're lost. Really lost.
'Tis dangerous out there in space. Trust no one.
You're a
This is Jude
Jedi.
Law. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Right off the bat, I liked that trailer a lot more than I thought I would. As I said during the reaction, very heavy, like Amblin, Steven Spielberg, E.T., those kind of movie vibes from this. And this gave me like a sense of nostalgia. I grew up on those kind of movies. I know I'm on the young side, but I grew up on a lot of those movies like E.T., a lot of Steven Spielberg stuff. At first, part of me was like, okay, I'm not really getting heavy Star Wars vibes from this, but as the trailer progressed, I got that feeling a little bit more. And we have to remember, we're seeing this through the lens of these kids. I don't know how old they are, like maybe like 10, 11. So this is going to be very whimsical. I'm getting that vibe from this trailer, very inspirational whenever it comes to, you know, kids watching this and kind of relating to it. This definitely seems like it's aimed at a younger audience, so I'm a little hesitant there. Not to say it won't be good because of that. I mean, I've certainly watched things on this channel that are aimed at kids, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, Gravity Falls. Those are fantastic shows that I rank amongst my favorite of all time. So me thinking that is really not a drag on this show at all. Here's one thing though. This might be a nitpick for some people, but I feel like we're getting too many Jedi that survived Order 66. I know a lot did survive, but it feels like every show at this point, oh look, another survivor. Oh look, Grogu survived Order 66. Baylan Skoll survived Order 66. It just feels like every single show at this point that takes place in this kind of timeline, there's just another Jedi that survived. But like I said, that's a very small nitpick. Getting to see Jude Law as a Jedi, I think, is going to be very interesting. But I think the main thing that I'm interested in with this show is how it's going to connect to the overall storyline that we're kind of getting with like the Mandoverse right now, the Jon Favreau movie that's coming out, Mandalorian and Grogu, the Dave Filoni movie that's going to be coming out, any other movie that's going to be announced that connects to this, Ahsoka Season 2. As much as I was disappointed in Ahsoka Season 1, I'm somewhat interested where they're going to go with that storyline, because I feel like the ending of that show, the setup, was far more interesting than anything that we got in the show. So like I said, my optimism has been shaken with Star Wars. I am going to give this its fair shot. I liked this trailer a lot better than I was expecting to, so that's a plus. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, turning on post notifications, whatever you want to do to support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. So hopefully you did enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next one.